Hey there, are you trying to be more effective in your marketing, especially as it relates to different age groups? Well, then stick around. We're talking generational marketing in this Nerd Nugget series, and today is all about Gen X. Hi, I'm Lisa Suazo, your Marketing Technology Director with West, here with today's Nerd Nugget, your bite-sized marketing technology tip that you can implement into your business today. Today, we are talking all about my generation, which is Gen X. This generation was born between 1965 and 1980, so they're in between about 39 and 55 years old. What impacted this generation? We didn't really have any wars specifically, but what really impacted our generation was MTV. So what about MTV was so impactful? Well, this was the first generation where we were able to sort of pick and choose the type of content we wanted to consume, right? Before this, we had like just a handful of news channels or a handful of television channels, a handful of radio stations. But now with MTV and some of the different cable networks, we could actually pick and choose what types of content we are watching. This is also the first generation that was pretty much bombarded by media, right? Because there's all these new choices. And because we could pay attention to the different content that we wanted and kind of disregard the content we didn't want to, that's actually a trend that has continued and just grown. So it started with this generation. So what are some other important things to know about Gen Xers? Well, number one, they're in their peak income earning years. So though they may not have a lot of liquid cash to spend on homes, know that this is when they're probably a little bit more confident. They're earning a lot more money. They may be at that, director level, manager level. Also, this generation, they're very comfortable with their smartphones. They use them. They typically do have money, and they're regularly on social media. Another thing that's important to know about this generation is this generation, more than any others, seeks out information. They want to know, they want the data. So if you are going to a listing appointment in someone's home who's a Gen Xer, don't be surprised if they're like, the home down the street sold for this much, this yellow house across the way sold for this much, but what was surprising about it was this. They love to have that information. So when you go in, make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row, you have all of the data that you need, you have hyper local market information for them because they're going to want it. This generation does not like hardcore sales tactics. So because they love that information, give them the information that they want, empower them, and then help them kind of walk down that path so that they can make the decision that really, really works for them. Also keep in mind that because this generation is where we kind of start with the ones that they love that information, having online reviews, testimonials, things like that are really important to them because they also, again, they want to seek out that information. They're doing their research and they're doing their research on you as well. So think about your database, your sphere of influence. Do you have a lot of Gen Xers in there? Then this is where it's important to really consider, is your content very relevant? Do you need to do a better job at segmenting your audience so that you can send out more hyper-local content to different people? Also consider, are you using that multi-channel approach or are you focusing solely online or solely offline? Make sure that you kind of get a good mix in there in order to reach all of your different Gen Xers. I hope that's been helpful. We'll see you next time where we're going to dive into millennials. And if you're loving this information and you want more, know that we have upcoming classes, the generational marketing class, where we're going to dive even deeper into all of these different generations and marketing tactics, values, things that they care about, so you can really, really have a better understanding. So if you're interested in doing that, click the link below and you'll see our upcoming class schedule. Thanks for watching. See you next time.